Hello and welcome back once again to Infinite Jeff, the project where a man who goes by the name Jeff, which is me, what I do is I take this book. It's a book called Infinite Jest. It's a gigantic book. It's over 1,000 pages. It's by a man named David Foster Wallace. What I'm doing is I take the book and I read a page. I start whatever the start of the page is. I don't go from the beginning of the sentence on the previous page, just wherever if it's the second half of a hyphenated word, I just start there. And then I read to the end of the page. Whether it ends on a paragraph, on a chapter, on a section, on a sentence, on a word, on the end of a hyphen. That often ends. Pages often end with a hyphen. Something you don't notice until you deliberately stop reading as soon as you hit the end of the page. So that's interesting, kind of, to me, anyway. So, and this book contains a lot of footnotes. I mean, I'm looking at the beginning of this page, the page I read yesterday, we're on footnote 150. We're talking like pages and pages of footnotes. We're talking like literally, let's see. Is this like a super long footnote? What are you doing to me, Dave? It is. Some of the footnotes are like pages and pages. So it's not going to make any sense. That's the point. That's the thing I'm doing. I got my friend who recommended this book to me, and he's like, it's not going to make sense if you read the footnotes. Oh, yeah, you should like link them up to what the... I'm like, yeah, no, you're right. For like, if I'm trying to just read this like a book, like a normal fucking book. But if I was trying to do that, and I did try to do that, and I got maybe, 150, 100 pages in. If I was trying to do that, I would have done that. But that's not what I'm doing. That's not the thing. The thing is, what it is I read exactly what's on the page. For one YouTube video. But, I kind of add my own little comments in there sometimes. Or I'll look up a word that I don't know, or whatever. And sometimes I talk about my life in and around the page that I read. So, it's just a little thing. It's a little outlet for me to do. And I have one loyal listener at this point. Love you. And certainly appreciate you. And, so. But that's the thing. Make a YouTube video out of the thing. Read it. Sometimes I do actual video. Most of the time it's just voiceover. Sometimes I do video. One time there was a lot of dialogue on the page. So I kind of filmed myself as different characters. And, it looked like it was, it was ass, but it was fun. It was me, and it was, done for no money in a day with my, equipment. I got equipment to do stuff, but certainly not pro level stuff in any capacity. But it was fun. And honestly, for the people that know me and love me, it's probably, they get a kick out of seeing that, because it's me, People like me for who I am, I guess. I have to assume, because not quite sure what else I'm offering people if it's not me, who I am. Like, I'm not out of money, or I'm not taking you out for fancy lobster dinners all the time, so, the people that want to be my friend want to be my friend, and that's a good feeling, to know that, I'm probably not being used. So, people genuinely like who I am. I don't believe it. It's all, I'm an imposter, and they're all trying to get one over on me. But in the absence of that, so those people that know and love me, they probably see me acting out a page of Infinite Jest on the screen. That stupid little video I made with all my different hats and whatever. And they go, oh, that Jeff, he's such a goofball. Which is true, I am a goofball. Certified goofball. But, that's just who I am, baby. Jeff, the goofball. But anyway, I've rambled, so you haven't even read the page yet. We're on to page number 383. And we are back in talking about, I guess, so this is Mario Incandenza chapter, but a good way to introduce some of the history of this country that they're in. Here's the thing I can do when I get back. No, that will be tomorrow. Anyway, here we go. This is page number 383. Here we go. Majestic ambers and purple fruits of a culture he now promises to rid of the toxic effluvia choking our highways and littering our byways and grungeoning up our sunsets and cruddying those harbors in which televised garbage barges lay stacked up at anchor, clotted and impotent, amid undulating clouds of pot-bellied gulls and those disgusting blue-bodied flies that live on shit. First U.S. president ever to say shit publicly, shuddering. Trump said that. Rusty-hulled barges cruising up and down petroleated coastlines or laying up reeky and stacked and emitting CO as they await the opening, that's carbon monoxide, as they await the opening of new landfills and toxic repositories the people demanded in every area but their own. The Johnny Gentle, whose CUSP has been totally upfront about seeing American renewable as an essentially aesthetic affair. The Johnny Gentle, who promised to be the possibly sometimes unpopular architect of a more or less spotless America that cleaned up its own side of the street. Of a new arid nation that looks out for numero uno. Of a one-time world policeman that was now going to retire and have its blue uniform dyed deep dry cleaned and placed in storage in triple thick plastic dry cleaning bags and hang up its cuffs to spend some quality domestic time raking its lawn and cleaning behind its refrigerator and dandling its freshly bathed kids on its neatly pressed mufta pants knee. Mufta pants knee? Mufta pants? Mufta pants? Is that a thing? What's a mufta pants? Mufti pants. Mufti? What are mufti? I mean, it's a thing. I don't know what makes them mufti pants. Well, whatever. It's a thing. Mufta pants or mufta pants. Cool. Cool, bro. Anyway, where the fuck was I? A gentle behind whom a diorama of the Lincoln Memorial's Lincoln smiled down benignly. A Johnny Gentle who was, as of this new minute, sending forth the call that he wasn't in this for a popularity contest. Popsicle stick and felt puppets in the address's audience assuming puzzled-looking expressions above their tiny green surgical masks. A President J.G., F.C., who said he wasn't going to stand here and ask us how to make some tough choices because he was standing here promising he was going to make them for us. Who asked us simply to sit back and enjoy the show. Who handled wild applause from camouflage-fatigued and sandal and poncho-clad CUSPs with the unabashed grace of a real pro. Who had black hair and silver sideburns, just like his big-headed puppet, and the dusty brick-colored tan seen only among those without homes and those whose homes had a dermalatex hydrospectral personal sterilization booth. Who declared that neither tax and spend nor cut and borrow compromised the ticket into a whole new millennial era. Here more puzzlement among the inaugural audience, which Mario represents by having the tiny finger puppets turn rigidly towards each other and then away and then toward. Who alluded to ripe and available novel sources of revenue just waiting out there, unexploited, not seen by his predecessors because of the trees, and there's a question mark in parentheses like, I don't know what that means, who foresaw budgetary adipose trimmed with a really big knife. The Johnny Gentle who stressed above all, simultaneously pleaded for and promised an end to atomized Americans' fractious blaming of one another for our terrible, footnote 151, internal troubles. Here bobs and smiles from both wealthily green-masked puppets and homeless puppets in rags and mismatched shoes and with used surgical masks, all made by ETA's fourth. And we end on a hyphen, because it's a compound word. Well, yeah, it's a weird case. But anyway, that was page number 383 of Infinite Fucking Jeff. I hope you enjoyed the chapter. I hope you enjoyed listening. Big stretch. To me, ramble. And I sincerely hope you have a good night. And I hope I do too. I'm so tired and pretty stoned. But I'm also so tired. Anyway, have a great night.